Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. I'm going to give them honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us the 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect that their portion of this word through the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. And peace and blessing to your hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect to us in Shalom. And once again, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Forgetting Rachakudash, the Holy Spirit, to do the lesson on today. Lord willing to feed you, lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So we got a video, it's going to be like a little two-part. In the beginning, I want to touch upon prophecy, as you see what's happening in the earth. I'm going to pull this article up. It says, it's by City Journal. It says Trump unapologetic defense of the rule of law. And pretty much, it says after a day and a half of the rioting in Los Angeles, the county president Donald Trump activated the National Guard to protect the federal officers' property. The riots were triggered by ICE attempts on Friday, June 6th. Right? So, you as of lately, you've been having these riots going on since June 6th. And there's supposed to be a major riot worldwide happening on June the 14th. It's a website called No Kings website. You see, and that's literally Second Esdras 15, right? Verses 14, I think. Yeah, 14 on down, really playing out before our eyes. So I just want to get that, because as scriptures say in Revelation 19, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And that's what we're here for. It's through the parents for Yahweh Shai, where they proclaim the prophecies unto the nation of Israel. And this lets us know what season we're in. You read about that in 2 Esdras 9, 2 Esdras 9, Matthew 24. There's particular signs that will be occurring in the earth that will let us know what season and what mindset we need to be in. What mindset we need to be in. And we need to be in the mindset of exercising and growing that relationship with Yahweh Bashim Shai as we see the day of vengeance, the day of wrath approaches, man. Right? But I want to read this in 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means the destruction. Right? So destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Because initially, the ones that initially really dwell in the world are the wicked of the nation of Israel. The elect, like scripture say, our conversation is in heaven. So yeah, the elect are here, but initially they're not dwelling in the world. But it says, for the sword and their destruction, the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up a fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, evading one another, and you see that happen. You see the race wars, and that's what's happening now. You got Trump, you got ICE, ICE baby, versus the Northern Kingdom, pretty much. That's what you see going on. And it says, for there should be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you see that happening. Like I just mentioned, they literally got a website called No Kings. You see, it's called No Kings. And they're going to have a worldwide rioting, pertaining towards them rounding up illegal immigrants. And Elder Ashwamba, he goes into all the time. The Northern Kingdom are not the only illegal immigrants over here. You got illegal immigrants from Africa. You got, so many other. But this shows you who they're targeting and who they're after. They're after Jacob. You see? They're after Jacob. That's what you see, man. They're after Jacob because we're coming into the time of Jacob trouble, the heightness of it. Jacob is already being troubled right now, but we finna approach the heightness of it. You see? Because that's who Esau initially wants to get. He wants to get Jacob, and initially he wants to get the elect. You read about that in Revelation 12, if I'm not mistaken. It says that the dragon was wroth with the woman and made war with the remnant of her seed. You see? So this is him internet trying to get at the prophets initially. But this is prophecy playing out. Right? Because you see they're not regarding their kings nor princes. But also in the next verse says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. And we know how Esau operates. You see, he operates in a fashion. You look at the Freemasonry logo, it says order ab chaos, which means order out of chaos. And you see this chaos is all happening in the earth with these riots. Because you got to think about it. Through the Biden administration, they was brought into the U.S., and now it's created this big problem, and Trump is bringing that answer. You know, the elites is using Trump to bring that answer. And what he initiated? The National Guards, a.k.a. martial law in a sense. It ain't been fully submitted, but Trump already said it, though. He said after the ICE, he gonna initiate guards all throughout the United States. You see, and we went into that last night. The brothers went into that last night, and you see that's happening, man. You see, so I'm gonna read verse 18. It says, "For because of the pride of the cities," it says, "Because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And that's what comes with coming into some horrible, it's like some horrific, scary, but yet beautiful times. And we looking at prophecy, man, because we know what's next. Martial law, right? Now I wanted this is a two-part, because as of lately, you know what I'm saying, you've been seeing that they said that this is a government operative. You see, which we're not surprised. You know, this is part of Esau's tricks, this is part of his gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? Because we know all of the Latinos, you know what I'm saying, Northern Kingdom, we know all of them ain't government operative, but it, kind of similar to the BLM movement. You know, they had like particular spots where they had bricks placed. I actually watched a video of a dude talking about that there was particular people that was like, I guess you could say, giving the Northern Kingdom a push to do particular things. You see, so, and we know how to operate order out of chaos. So he started the fire. You know what I'm saying, under the Northern Kingdom feet, and they just started, going in with this, throwing bricks, setting cop cars on fire, and do a lot of crazy things, man. You know what I'm saying, coming up against the government. But we know this is all a part of this devil's plan. You see, this is all a part of his plan to establish his NW, you know what. We're not deceived by these gimmicks. We're not deceived by, you know what I'm saying, all these particular things these devils doing in the earth. He had the Trump, and you had the Trump and the Elon Musk feud for a little bit. You had all these particular things. You had a little bread and circus. You got the Diddy, you got the Cardi B bullshit, and you got some other stuff too, man. You got the bread and circus. You got the NBA finals going on. You got all this bullshit, but we see what this devil's trying to do, man. He's doing these things because initially he's trying to come down on the prophets, man. And that's prophecy being fulfilled. That's what he's trying to do. He's setting the stage so he could be justified in coming down upon the men of the Lord. That's why he's attacking that's why he's attacking the Northern Kingdom. Nevertheless, that's why he's using this aspect to what? So it could give him that push. The door could be open to where now. That's why you have talks now in the media talking about if Palantir, you know what I'm saying, which Palantir is a company that is about surveillance. You see, pretty much, and it's always been tied in. It's CIA operative. It's not necessarily CIA, but it was a CIA company that initially got, they're able to do the particular things that CIA can't do. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, it's government operative. You see. And Trump is using the Palantir to pretty much make a database to track humans and initially do what they're doing in China, where they had a social credit score, Big Brother, in a system, leading to a system of where AGI, ASI, which initially is the establishment of the B system. You see, but we're not deceived by this, man. The apparent spirit, Yahweh was shy. You got everybody to see, they thinking, because you got people looking at this and they're just like, these immigrants, these people, man, this is all for the point of the next system to be established. So I'm going to pull a couple of these scriptures and Lord edify, because this is a tactic that Esau loves to use. It's order ab ko. That's why when you read Psalm 91, it speaks about deliver me from the snare of the fowler. This is one of the ways, his deceitful ways of snaring the people. You see, snaring them into thinking that what he's moving forward with is beneficial, because he never comes in the aspect of what he's going to use it for. Initially, he comes in the aspect of how it's going to be I guess you could say, a answer or a solution, because when you think about the Elon Musk and you think about his Neuralink, they don't never mention putting it in regular people's heads, but they always mention paraplegics. to show you the devil comes in a manner of solution orientated, but it's really to forward his agenda. As could say, his words are smoother than oil, but war was in his heart. You see, but we are not deceived by the thing. So I'm gonna pull these couple of scriptures, Lord, when you edified. First, I'm gonna start doing this in Matthew 24:24, because at the end of the day, anything the devil does, he's not going to be able to get the elect, because the elect has already been allotted to receive salvation. So this devil's gimmicks, his tricks will not work on the elect. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall rise false Mashiachs and false prophets, which Jake wasn't deceived by that. Lord and be those men, but we weren't deceived by it. We weren't deceived, tricked by Trump posing as his savior for the America. You know what I'm saying? But, the Northern Kingdom was tricked by that. And when I say the Northern Kingdom, I'm talking about the wicked of the Northern Kingdom. Because I'm Northern Kingdom myself. I'm Reuben, Ra'ababan. But, the elect, the 104,000, which is 12,000 from each tribe, they weren't deceived by these gimmicks, these tricks that the devil's putting out there. See, so there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, which we coming into those times where there's going to be great signs and wonders being shown. Right now, they ain't been shown necessarily, but, right now, just, it's I guess you could say it's a promise right now. We're going to do this. We're going to do this for you. But soon, we're going to start seeing more and more of that Neuralink being displayed in the answer to paraplegic, the answer for what, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Jake has already accumulated a microwave mindset. So now Jake, they want, when they want particular things, they want it now. And Esau, the Lord has given Esau the ability to give Jake what he want now, but on the left-hand side through artificial means. Jake want to be able to see, well, I had this technology. You've been praying all this time to Jesus, which they're not even praying to the right power, but they be praying to Jesus. And Jesus ain't giving them their eyes back. But I could give your eyes back through this artificial intelligence, through this AI, through this Neuralink, through this C-hip. You see? This is all a part of his plan. It's galvanizing you and getting you comfortable with the next system he's going to establish, showing you how this next system or these particular things, this AI that he's bringing into the earth, this is of necessity, because you got these illegal immigrants over here, and then you got some people that's in Trump's inner circle that are not necessarily in agreement with him. And if we have this Palantir database on all Americans in the United States, we'll be able to prevent particular mindsets, prevent particular rebellions against the government. This is all a part of the system being established, man. You see, this is all a part of the system being established, because that's the artificial. That's the artificial form of what the sons of God are going to receive. We're going to be able to see the mindsets of the heathen nations. We're going to be given that power. We're going to be given the power to see the mindset of the heathen nations, to see who's plotting. Because initially, we're going to have a jurisdiction over the demons that give them that particular mindset, you see. But that's a video for another day. But nevertheless, we see this devil moving, man, and we're not deceived by it. Right? So this is Matthew 24:24 from the top. For there shall rise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So nothing this devil do is going to trick the elect. You see? Why? Because the elect was allotted to receive salvation. And with them being allotted to receive salvation, they was given the gift of faith. Was to get the faith, what equipped them with what believing the mysteries of the scriptures. Being open up to the mysteries of the scripture, being open up to the full script. As Brother Yuan and the Brother Tazamoth made some time ago, the elect, the fourth wall break. We can interact with the director of the movie. So we have the insight on what's really happening. We had an insight on what's going on. We had an insight who's the players in the movie. We have the insight on everything. And it's within the scriptures. You see? We know what the devil's gonna do. Yeah, he might look like he's diverting from it, but initially, what's the end result? Okay, you're gonna bring forth this surveillance. What's the end result? You're gonna bring forth, you got these protests happening and stuff like that. What's the end result? Oh, you're trying to bring a certain type of order. You're trying to bring the answer. Oh, you're trying to see. We know the end result. We might not know the particulars, the small itty bitty. We know that it's 100. Like the example I let it get. We know that the football field is 100 yards. But we necessarily don't know the centimeters, the inches. We don't know that, but we know that the yard. is 100. We know the fourth is 100 yards. So we know anything the devil does is aligned with. It's going to be aligned with prophecy. It's going to be leading to what? The establishment of the NW. You know what? And we see it. You see, no matter if Trump got you niggas tricked, Palantir would have stopped the damn fucking protests because they would have been able to prevent certain particular things from happening. We need artificial governance intelligence because it can help govern particular things. It can make the load upon a human. It could do the things. Shit, it could. I watched a video earlier of Sam Altman, which is he's the creator of OpenAI, and he mentioned how, artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? It could get to the point of being an intern and eventually an artificial scientist, or at least aiding in new discoveries for civilization. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to get at, man. You see? That's Esau, and it's all going to be controlled by who? The elites of the nation of Edom. The elites, man, because them the niggas you don't see. Them the niggas pulling the strings. You see Trump, you see Altman, you see these Bill Yates, you see Cotton, you see all these particulars, which they of the lineage, but initially the ones pulling the strings are the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. That's what we know through the past 3 years how Trump shot. You see, that's what the people don't know. Who's really pulling the strings. Trump ain't pulling those strings. Sam Altman ain't pulling those strings. Alex Karp ain't pulling those strings. They just a face. I'm going to get this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see? So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Why is that? Because we've been given an insight, and not to say the Lord would do nothing, but he will reveal his secrets unto the servant, the prophets. So we see what's happening in the earth, man. Don't be deceived by these particular things. Stick to the script. What did the scriptures say? The devil say that we had a peace agreement. Stick to the script. What do the scriptures say? The scriptures say this is what's going to happen upon earth. That's what's happening upon earth. You got brothers that are going into particular videos, breaking it down to what's happening on earth. Don't be deceived by this, man. Put on the whole armor of the Lord, which we're going to get there. This is Ephesians 6 and 11. It says, 6 and 11, it says, put on the whole armor of the Lord that you may be able to stand the wiles of the devil. What's putting on the whole armor of the Lord? Being in his understanding. You see? Being in his understanding. Being in his understanding, man. Studying. You know what I'm saying? That the higher Hakodash spirit being upon you. You see? That's part of putting on the armor of the Lord. Because you don't want to be putting on no carnal armor. You don't want to be putting on no armor that is particular. Oh man, I be seeing this happen in the world. Damn, this might be next. No, stick to the scriptures. Stick to the scriptures, man. Did not says in the Corinthians, if I'm not mistaken, our weapons are mighty through Yahweh Bashmah through pulling down strongholds. The way that we're going to be able to escape this devil's grip is by putting our trust in Yahweh Bashmah. But in order for you to put your trust in Yahweh Bashmah, you must make sure that you're being intimate with the Lord, staying connected. That's part of putting on that armor, staying connected, man. Right? So it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This goes into it. This speaks about it. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see? That's what we're battling against. We're battling against high-level demons. But Esau's a carnal man, so we know that, if you align your trust within, as it says in Luke 6, I think it's 24, but it says Luke 6, he that heareth the words of the Lord and take heed unto him, he likened unto a man that build his house upon a rock. So you aligning yourself with the will of the Lord. You're aligning yourself with what pleasing. All we doing is pleasing Yahweh Bashmah. That's all we literally got to do. Please Yahweh Bashmah. And there's a particular way the Lord wants to be pleased. And what you doing that's putting on that armor. That's equipping you to be ready to undergo the wiles of the devil. So you won't be tricked by the devil's tricks. The reason that these niggas are tricked because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bashmah upon them. They're looking at, fuck this, that, and that. When they don't know that this is all whether it's a psyop. We know what it is, bro. It leads to the beast system being established. And we know who's running the beast system. It's gonna be the Dukes of Edom. But initially, it's Yahweh Bashma Shah on the left hand side. We know who's running this system, man. And we know what's the end result of the system. You see, we're not deceived by it, but this devil, I be looking at it, man. The Lord, like the scripture, like the Lord, like, well, the Lord don't say it, but the parents pretty Yahweh Bashma Shah, he's revealed unto it, the Lord made the perfect devil. Everything the Lord created is perfect. He made the perfect devil, man. Just looking at how the devil's maneuvering, how he's moving, and how he's trying to deceive the people, you see it, man. Because there's a lot of different, when you look at these particular things of people, when they speak about Palantir, when they speak about Donald Duck, when they speak about Elon Musk, and they speak about AI in general, and then they speak about these protests too, there's all different point of views. You got the point of view of the ones that agree with what's going on. You got the Jakes that agree with it, and you got the masses that agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the heathen nations, then you got the ones that don't. You see, so it's not a collective understanding like, okay, this is what he's trying to do. But we have the collective, we have that solid foundation on what this devil's trying to do. As it says, we had the sure word of prophecy. You see, so we have the collective understanding of what this devil's trying to do on earth. Because it's been revealed to us. We know anything he do, it's going to be surrounded around the beast system being established, and it's going to be a device that is going to be implanted in everybody. However he do it, AI, which AI is going to give him the ability to do the miracles, the artificial miracles. You see, but we see it all. You see, it says, I'm going to keep reading. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Lord, that you may be able to withstand the evil, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, and above all, taking the shield of faith. The most important thing of our armor is our faith in Yahweh Bashma Shai. Because our faith in Yahweh Bashma Shai, what is that, man? Our belief and trust in what is in the scriptures. What's in the scriptures. And that's going to allow us to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. All his deceptive tricks, it ain't going to be able to work because we have our faith aligned with in Yahweh Bashma Shai, in the words that he proclaimed in the Bible, in the script. We're looking at the script, well, this devil said he's going to do this, but this is what the script say. This is what the script say. You know what I'm saying? This is what the script say. Yeah, his role looking a little different in the movie, but you know what I'm saying? He acting, it don't look like it's going, but hey, the script say this is what it's going to be. You know? So, I just wanted to pull that, man, through the power of spirit of Yahweh Bashma Shai, man. We got to make sure that we working on that faith and sticking to the script, man. Sticking to the scriptures. As Elder Yatazak said, man, last night, he said that we got it right. You see? He said that we got it right. Whatever we doing, keep doing it and do it better. Pray more, fast more, read more. You know what I'm saying? Keep your medicine strong. Just do it more. What are we doing? Because like he said, we're gonna let the world bug out about this shit. Don't know what's going on. Don't understand what's the end result. Even if, because brothers got different gifts. Some brothers are not like deep into understanding the aspect of the politics and all that. Because I'm one of them. But we do know, okay, this stuff is gonna lead to the system being established. At the end all be all. You see, but other people that are bugging out. Probably don't really understand politics like that, don't really know, but they don't have the spirit, so they're bugging out. So we're going to let them bug out while we build our house upon that solid foundation being Yahweh Shai. So lowliness is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashma Shai. Lowliness feeds lamb and sheep, and lowliness, it wasn't confusing. I want to confuse Akim. Just, this devil's doing all these tricks in earth, and don't be deceived by it, man. Don't be deceived by it. Stay true to the script, man. He's saying this, Palantir it is. We're using it to get the government operatives. We're not doing it to the people. And Bro, his words are smoother than oil, but bores in his heart. We know what this nigga trying to do, man. Don't forget, what's the end result? What this nigga trying to do? You see? So, Lord, this is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashma Shai. I'm going to end off saying, call Allah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. I'm going to give up honor to the apostles, Elder Great Millstone, to y'all. I'm going to say Shalom.